Hi, it's Andre from PC Smart Assist. Today I'm going to show you how to add a product onto WooCommerce, your WordPress website. So there's two different ways of doing this. I'm going to show you both, and it's quite simple. Just you need to do it the right way. So we're going to go ahead, click on products. Once we're in products, you can see there's the list of items below. If you want to edit any of them, for instance categories might not be right, there's some saying uncategorized, then you can quick edit and you can change that by unchecking the box that it's in, and we're going to look for spices because that's what this is, and then we'll click on there and update. And just like that, we've done a quick edit. Categories changed. We can also change the name of the item. Pricing we can't really change with variable items unless we go into the item by clicking on edit. Okay, so with the rest you can assign them to any category that you like. We're going to go ahead and say edit. I always open in a new tab because then we don't have to go back to this page. Just saves a little bit of time. So now we're in edit product. When you create a new product, the same screen appears, just there's no details filled in. So if you scroll down to the bottom, just have a look at everything that's there. There's your imaging, your item attributes, the SEO, which is how Google sees your item, and we're going to start at the top. Okay, so we get our screen options. We don't really need to play around with any of this stuff. If you need help, speak to me. Okay, so to edit the products, all we need to do is click on the product name, and whatever you want to change, you can change. Just under that you get the permalink, so whatever you change on the actual naming would be good to change on the permalink, because this is what people would type in to get to this item. So for instance, if we click on there, on the permalink, you'll see what the item looks like. You get your different weight options, and this would be your variations, or better yet, attributes. First you set it as attributes, and then you make them the variations. I'll show you how to do that step by step. Okay, so we're just going to go back. And once we're back, can restore a backup of the previous post, but that's only if any changes have been made that you don't like. You can add your description over here regarding what the item is. We haven't been provided with a description, so we're just going to leave that open for now. Under focus key phrase, we would put the item's name. Scroll down to product data. If you would like different options for the item, you would choose variable product. If it's a single item, then you would just choose single product. But because it's variable, we just stick to that. Okay, if you want to change the pricing of any of the items, you would click on variations, and then just select the weight which you wish to change. So for 100 grams, that's the price. For 200 grams, that's the price, and so on. For short description, we'll add a brief description about the product. If you want to add any more images for the product, you can just click on add product gallery images. Then you can just select different angles of that same product if you have. Okay, then you won't need to do anything in advanced unless you want to change the order of the items. And this would be for any extra plugins that you don't need to worry about. And that's how you edit an item. It's quite easy, quite simple. Everything's there for you. So to recap, to change price, just go to variations, select the item, and change the price. Okay, if this way doesn't appeal to you, then we would just go to all products. If you have Microsoft Office Excel, this method would work better for you. Then you just click on export. Say yes to export custom meta. Generate CSV. Once your CSV file is downloaded, just open it up. And we get a list format. Now this would be a lot simpler because we have our products over here and our variations just underneath it. So anything we wish to change, just go to the end and there's all our pricing. Pricing will only be under the variations because each item has all the different options. If you wish to change the categories, you're welcome to do that over here. Whatever you put in on this column will be created on the website. So whatever changes you want to make, just put them over here. Once you have your Excel sheet open, you can make any changes that you wish to, from the product name to the weight, length, width and height. The pricing would be changed under the variations. So as you can see, it starts off with the type of product is variable, the name of the product, and then if you scroll down a little bit, then you'll see the variation of it, the name of that variation, and the price. Price you can change over here, so let us just, for example, change something there. What you would need to do after you've done all the changes that you want, just press on save, make sure you keep the format, so say yes, and then you just need to upload the file. So we go back to all products, import, and then if you've added new products to the list, you won't check this update existing products. But since we just did pricing changes, what we will do is click on the box, say yes, we're just updating, choose the file, and continue. Just scroll down to the bottom. You don't need to change anything on this page. It's better not to, unless you know exactly what you're doing. And you just say run the importer. And you wait. Then all changes that have been done will be uploaded. This is the fastest, most efficient way to make price changes. And once everything's done, it'll say either it was successful or that some failed. So if the pricing or the naming was done wrong, then it would give an error. But since nothing was changed now, everything was successful, and you can go ahead and view products. Okay, so now we've successfully edited products. Now we're going to go ahead and just add a new one. So once you get a new item you wish to add yourself, you just go products. You can either go to add new on the left side, or in all products on the top there's an add new button. You can press on either of them and it takes you to add new product page. So whatever the product is, we're gonna just say example product. Now because this is the first time we're doing the product, a permalink will automatically be created based on the product name. Okay, so when you want to go to this item, it'll say Simply Spices, or in this case simplyspices.co.za/shop/example product. Okay, then we're going to go ahead, add a description. This is an example, and we're going to choose a category for it. If the category isn't listed here, we can just go add new and then say example category, but we're not going to do that, otherwise we need to delete it. So we'll just go ahead and say it is chili powder. Focus key phrase would be the product name, and in the description you can click on the description and you can customize it to whatever you want. If you want to add the product's description in, you can just say excerpt, and whatever was typed in the description will be listed under the product. Okay, then we go down to product data. So would this be a single product, or would it be variable? So would it have different weights and sizes, colors, or would it just be one item on its own? Okay, so since it's not one item on its own, in this case we're going to go to variable product. Okay, the methods are very similar for simple. Let's just do simple quickly. So whatever the price is, you can say, for instance, the example product is 30 rand, dollars, pounds, whichever. How much inventory of it you have. So our inventory code would be, since we have 137 products, we're going to go 150 just to be safe. Manage stock, there's how many of this item. We don't have a stock limit because we can always just order more. Shipping, would there be shipping? How big is the item? Are there any linked products? So if you buy this, do you get something else? How would that work? If you're unsure, you can always just look at the question mark. Okay, for attributes, this is what's important for changing the weights. But In this case, we're not going to worry about it because it's just a simple product. Advanced, are there any purchase notes, or if you order this, what extra info would you like to send to the client? Okay, we're going to go to variable product. Now this is when you want to add some weights or colors. Okay, again we get the same options, just less, like pricing wouldn't be on the first page here. So you still have your stock code, which is your SKU. How many of it do you have? Is it sold individually? The shipping, what other products are linked. Now for the important part, the attributes. So if you have attributes saved, which would be in products tab attributes, then you can always just populate it with those. But since we haven't done that, this is an example. For the first time, we will be adding custom product attribute. Then we can go ahead and say weight. Put in the different weights, separated with that long straight line. And you can add as many as you need, as long as you separate it with the long bar. Okay, then we go ahead and say used for variations, because we're going to need that tab. And we say save attributes. Okay, now we've just added the weight attributes. Just wait a second for the second load. Now it's added it as variations. So we click on variations, where it says add variation, we go create variations from all attributes. Click on go, say OK. If you get a case where there's more attributes than 50, you'll just need to run the cycle again and it'll continue with the rest of them, because it has a limit of 50 at a time. Let's go ahead and say OK. Now we edit these attributes. So we start off with the price. Depending on the price of this item, we'll start off at 100. You don't need to worry about downloadable, virtual, or stock management. If you have a different image for this product, you can load the image. So based on the size, you might have different containers. You can load a different image for each container. And you can add a description. Then just proceed to change for each of the items. And save changes. Okay, so now we've done the variations. We just need to set a general product image. So for the example product name, we will be setting an image. If you don't have an image previously uploaded, you can always just upload a new one. So you go to upload files, you can select your files and then upload from there. Or you can simply drag and drop into this open window and the file automatically uploads. So you're going to select it, say set product image, wait for it to load here. We don't need to worry about any other settings. If you want to add a product tag to help people find it a little bit easier, like for instance chili, then when somebody looks on the site under search, then they would find this a little bit easier. But we don't need to worry about that. And we just go to publish. If you wish to preview the item, you just click on preview. Preview changes. And that's it. We have our item. When you select your weight, you get your price. If there were different images set, then the images would swap. But that's it. You've successfully added your variable product. If you wish to delete a product, so you made a mistake on this, you can either click on move to trash. If you wish to add another item which is very similar to this, you can just say copy to new draft. I'm going to show you what to do there. So I'm going to say copy to new draft. There's just some things you need to change on the new draft. Like you just need to change the item's name or take away copy. So say you want example product 2. Then under the permalink, you just edit example product dash 2. Okay. And that's it. Then you just change your picture, your price, your stock item number. Your variations would be your pricing. And that's it. If you want to delete, go to all products. If you're unsure which one you added last, just click on the date tab and it'll show you which was last modified. Then you can just go ahead. If you want to delete multiple products, select the button on the left side, bulk actions, select move to trash and apply. And that's it, all done. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment in the section below. Otherwise, subscribe and like the video.